Hey guys, Super Gods of Fire Wars here. I'm back for my final two videos. Well, my final two Why I Ship videos. So without further ado, let's get started. So, let's begin. So, this is going to be my first Ruby ship. So, yeah. So, let's begin, shall we? So, this time, I'm pretty sure I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. This is going to be my first Ruby ship that I'm going to be talking about. Today we're going to be talking about Ruby X Oscar, or why I ship these two. Now, for starters, I have been looking back at Ozpin's age, and it said that he's older than 80 years old. Oscar is... Hold on. Okay, yeah, he's 15 in volume... Okay, he was 14 in volume 4 to 6, and he's 15 to volume... to volume 8 and 9. Wait, not 8 and 9. 8, 7 to 8. There, Jesus. And Ruby, on the other hand, she was 15 in volume... Hold on. She was 15 to volume 2 to 1 to 2, 16 to volume 3 to 5, and 17 to volume 8 to volume 6 to 8. So, yeah, Ruby is just about like 2 years older than Oscar, basically. So, why I ship these two? For starters, when I first heard about this ship, people did not actually like this couple. And I was just curious on why was this ship so hated? And I'm so curious on why it's still hated. So for those of you who know the answer, can you please tell me in the comments below? Most likely it's going to be Sewer Burning Guzzler, because most likely he tells me things that I asked a question about, so therefore most likely it's going to answer the question. I'm going to ask it anyway. So, why is this ship so hated? Well, to most people. At least. So, when I first saw this ship, at first I was not really interested on this ship at all. But over time, I came to like this ship. I came to like it. And over time, I became a fan of it. Sorry about that, I got distracted. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I was not a fan at first, but over time, as I became more of a Ruby fan, I began to like Oscar, and I began to like, obviously, Ruby, as you already know. Not mean by that in a weird way. Anyways, forget that you heard that. I began to like the two as a couple. And plus, through both in volume 5 to 8, they've been acting more like a married couple within a way. They're each concerned for each other, unlike how the way they were concerned for their team. And you can tell that these two love each other on how the way they look at each other. And plus, there was even a moment where Oscar blushed when Ruby placed her hand on his shoulder. Like, you can clearly see it. Ruby placed her hand on Oscar's shoulder, and he blushed. And I think this was in volume 8, I think. Hang on, I'm checking back through the Ruby and Oscar videos to see if I'm correct. But anyways, I know most people might find this ship weird because Oscar is basically reincarnation Ozpin. But technically this is not his fault. It's Ozpin's was on the way. He chose to help Salem to result of, obviously, her going to the gods of light and darkness, begging for them to bring back Ozpin. They turned her immortal. They killed off all humanity after Salem tried to kill them. Just a good handful of humans, which I'm still kind of mad at. And it's just like a handful of humans. And yet you just flat out killed them and left the Earth. That's like someone grabbing their dinosaur or dragon or transformer toy and going home because they didn't like that person. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, I am seeing Oscar blushing when Ruby places her hand on his shoulder. You can look up all Ruby and Oscar scenes, Ruby Volume 8, completed, or completion, or whatever. And plus, let's not forget the Ruby Thoughts. I've been watching the Ruby Thoughts and they're freaking funny, but you can even hear the characters saying about their future waifu or their future husband or whatever. You get the point, basically. So, yeah. So that's another reason why I ship these two, and plus I kind of like this ship. And there's like a lot of Ruby and Oscar comic dubs like out there. There's like a lot of them. But I think my most favorite one is where Walk in Bath. It's like a comic dub where Oscar accidentally walked into Ruby while she was taking a bath, and they all, both of them kind of blush at each other, and freaking Yang goes all trigger mode, and she gets all mad. This is like freaking hilarious and understandable because, oh my god, it's just hilarious. I was like, oh man, Oscar, you are one lucky dude. You have survived the wrath of Yang because I think you got done with your bath, and Yang walked in pinching Ruby by her cheek. And when she looks at Oscar, all you can see is just, I'm not going into details. If you guys want to watch the full comic dub, it's out on YouTube right now. You can just look it up yourself. If you want to look up Ruby comic dub, Ruby X Oscar, and then you will see it. It's like right there. I'm currently watching it right now, and it's just funny. Funny. Anyways, moving on. So, yeah, that's why I ship Oscar and Ruby. And I'm still curious on why not many people are a fan of it, or whether they hate it, or whether they're like saying, oh yeah, this ship should not happen, all that stuff. I'm just confused. So, Super Burning Godzilla, if you know the answer, please tell me in the comments below. Because there has to be a reason why people are acting like this ship should not happen, or all that stuff. Alright, hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.